All right, all right, all right. Oh no! All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Saturday, March 23, 24. How you guys doing? Huh? You ready? It's going to be a good one. A lot of stuff to talk about, as always. So, are you enjoying the weekend? I am. I tell you, really am. I don't really know. I don't know. It's what a weird week. Just a weird week. You ever have a week that was weird? This was one of those. Ugh. Ugh. Too much thinking. You know when you think too much, the thinking, it's got to stop. I can't keep doing it. Oh, I can't have this. Oh, look at my shirt. Oh, let me fix that. I knew there was a reason why I stopped wearing this shirt. Let's see if we can get rid of it. There we go. There we go. Yeah? All right. All right. That's the first time it's ever worked on that shirt. So, yeah. Yeah. I see the corners over here. This has got to stop. You see the corners? I can't have it. I can't. I can't. Something's got to be fixed. I just did this before the show started. I don't know what's going on. It's got to be where the camera, maybe the camera moved or something, because I can't make this any tighter than it is. What? I can't make it. Let's try this. Uh-oh. Everything shut off on me for a second. Let's try that. That's as good as it's going to get. That's as good as I'm going to get it. Damn it. See that little bit right there. That is very bad. I can't handle it. And there's a little corner, this one, over here is barely shown. See that? And what's with the light? It's bad internet. So tonight we're going to talk about Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick and David Grush. I couldn't think of anything else to talk about. I'll be straight up honest with you. I couldn't think of anything to talk about. Now, I mean, there's, stories and people and things, but nothing major is going on. So, I mean, we could talk about the same thing every single day here, and we'll be doing that next week and the week after and the week after. And then they're going to drop a whistleblower on us, and we're going to be like, maybe two, maybe we'll get three whistleblowers, when's the next congressional UFO hearing? Oh, that's right. There isn't one scheduled. So, all we can do is wait. It's going to be April in a week. Tomorrow. It'll be 1 week from tomorrow. It'll be April. And I thought April was going to be a big month. I was calling April out last year. April is my prediction month. So something better drop, better fall out of the sky, better burn up in the atmosphere, because I'm getting desperate for some new stuff. I need an alien invasion. I need somebody to get hurt. I need maybe somebody to go. Can somebody go missing? Let's have a story. Let's do a little roll call, see who's here, and get this stuff on. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, really do. I do. Hey, Murder Hornet, welcome to the show. Yeah. Too hot. Where are you? Welcome. Kelly Lewis, welcome to the show. The EW is here. Josie UK, I'm okay, you okay, we're all okay. Jeanette, the angel of Goof On, welcome to the Sky Allen. Sky Allen, hey, welcome to the show. Hey, Rich Leadfoot, welcome to the F.A.P. I know, me too. FAP. We don't think, Rich. We try, but nothing happens. My allergies are killing me so bad. Like 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, I took an allergy pill. And usually it takes like about now to start working. But man, everything's still itching inside of me. And my nose and my ears are itching. Yeah, it'll go away. I thought by now I'd be feeling a lot better. It's killing me. I'm doing everything to not sneeze. Tony, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Samo, Goofonian Rockstar. What's up, Chief? Glenn Collins. Hey, Glenn Collins. Welcome to. All right. Marcel, Goofonian Metalhead. What's up, MGMH? Derek Faulkner. Welcome to the show, Mr. Alkner. Hey, Foghorn Leghorn. Welcome to the show. Thor Panku. Welcome to the Nathan from the Quantum Show. Welcome to this show. Hey, oh, Amanda Shale's here. What do you say, A Shale? Good to see you. La 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 la. It's for audio. It's Lee, everybody. What is up, my man? Where you been? Good to see you again on the weekend. Nice. Lee's here. Cool. Hey, Brian L. Love that mustache, brother. Can't tell if it's real from here. You know what? Let's take a look. Let's get a close-up of that stash, bro. Oh, yeah, I can't tell. You look like is that really you? Man, that is a real mustache. Look at that. That is art right there. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, this is killing me. David wrote, welcome to the show. Zach Diecast, welcome to the show. Can't believe I was able to do that. The AJB's here, Alfie Joe. All right. Ah, it's so itchy. I don't know. This is a bad one. We've had rain for like the last 2 days, and it rained this morning. And everything starts blooming and everything. And holy macadamia nuts. Oh, I'll be better as soon as I can, get that pill needs to start working. All right, if I didn't say your name for roll call, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do and you're late. No, I'm kidding. You're not. Actually, you are. I don't expect a big crowd tonight. And the reason is shadow ban. It's huge. It is unreal. It's the worst I've ever seen. That was like 4 sneezes in a row. Oh, yeah. Where's the napkin? Oh, I'm out of tissues. God dang it. Hold on. Oh. Goof on shirt. I think that was the last one. This is a first, right? Never had allergy attack on the show. It's only something. What is going on? That was awful. Hey yo, now I can do my Sylvester voice, hey. Yeah. All right, let's get started. What did I say last? Oh yeah, if I didn't say your name, blah blah blah. Love, love, love. Let's get the show started. All right. Ah, sorry. All right. I think I have a video I'm gonna play real quick to get the show started. This is funny, actually. Uh, I told you this was a good one. Man, I never sneezed. I've sneezed like this before, but not so bad. Not usually. Well, never mind. Let me just play this. I forgot I hit the wrong button. Oh, I gotta go blow my noses. Here, this is funny. Watch this.
A real thing.
We've been there.
Did you really?
We actually captured something on camera that we went to the leading extraterrestrial UFO expert. He was like, can't tell you that is a man-made aircraft. Can tell you, though, that there are lots of other reports of it. We went there as a joke.
Yeah.
And
No,
then
we're wearing green suits, dressed up like aliens at Area 51, and swear to God, we see a UFO, and here we are. We look so stupid.
You guys were doing green face?
Yeah.
Aliens were watching like these problematic mother. You know what? We're not taking them. We're not gonna take them. We were gonna come down today. Today was gonna be the day. Come, dude. Area 51, definitely a real thing.
We've been there.
Did you really?
We actually captured something on camera that we went to the leading extraterrestrial UFO expert. He was like, can't tell you that is a man-made aircraft. Can tell you, though, that there are lots of other reports of it. We went there as a joke.
Sorry. Took longer than I thought. That was funny. I like that. That was a really good sneeze, though. I got to tell you. Look at the background messing up. Yeah, the internet was out like an hour to half hour before the show, and I didn't know it would be back on. I'm glad it came back on. So I always get here right at 7. I sit down, and it's 5 minutes to the show, and I see the computer says, your computer shut down unexpectedly. Do you want to restart, reboot, refresh, redo? And I said, let's restart. Then when we got started, things weren't working. All right, but they are now. So let's get the show rolling. Yeah. And I'm a guy who likes to remind people of things. Like, we're in ufology, so we're always oh, what? Okay. Right. I'm being told that the twins were delivered. So we have a total of 15 children. We'll see who the twins are. I guess they have to stay there a week early, so they just want to keep them overnight. So we'll find out maybe during the member show tomorrow on who the twins are, in addition to the family. Hey, speaking of, to support this big family, we rely on you, and that means if you have a minute, super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. I mean, all the links are in the show description. It helps with the family growth. It puts food in the babies' bellies, and the birds will always be ready to fly. So if you can even join, goof on and enjoy some perks here and there. Okay, so your daily reminder wasn't that, but 2 new ones that just popped up. Here we go.
The Department of Defense, ironically enough, to finish the very mission they gave me in the first place. I didn't ask for it. I'm not a UFO guy, not a ufologist. I never have been, I never will be.
No.
I'm a counterterrorism and counterespionage guy. I do counterintelligence, counterinsurgencies. That's what I do. And it just so happens that in 2008, I was asked to apply those same skill sets into the UFO community.
When he says "dadabdu," he's actually saying that's what I do. It's in that. It's like part of his script because he said it later, right? I always meant to say this because first he goes "dadabdu," then the part that's what I do, and then he says it clearly later, like a sentence later. That's what I do. Part of his script. He realized he didn't say it right. He realized that. That Abdu. Oh, no, I said that Abdu. And then he came back and said, that's what I do. Like, oh, wait, maybe that's what he said. He wanted us to think we screwed up hearing it. That Abdu. Counterintelligence, asshole. Ancient alien building foundations on Mars. I have got to get into that Google Mars map. You know, maybe we should go there during the show and go look at, but you know, there's people out there doing it. People always like, hey, goof on. Well, aren't you doing any research? And I'm like, well, wait a minute. John Greenwald does all the FOIAs, right? He's the FOIA guy, Freedom of Information Act. He does that. Why would I want to do that? Why would anybody else need to do FOIA requests if John Greenwald did it all, doing it all, right? Good, that's his thing. Everybody's got their little places to go. You know what was really interesting about tonight's show? It wasn't even my idea. Yeah. You'll never guess where the idea came from. And it wasn't his either. However, it was the idea, it was the thought that counted. You want to take a guess? Anybody? Thomas Fessler, of all people, sent me a link yesterday or day before. No, yesterday. Day before. Well, yesterday. The day before. No, it was yesterday. and it was a link, and it didn't work. And I'm like, why is Thomas Fessler DMing me on X? And I thought it might have been something about me. So I'm like, hey, I'm blocked from that guy on X. And then he sent me this link of an article about Kirkpatrick. And that's what it was. And I'm like, well, that's interesting that he would send that to me. And then I read the whole article and I'm like, huh. All right, well, there's the show. I said, we'll talk about that. And it's a good article. And yeah, from an unlikely source, Thomas Fessler, of all people. Alien girls here. What is going on? Slippy Seconds. I can't believe you made it. Into Thin Air got the memo. What's up, I2TA? Nice. Nice. Scoundrels here. What is up? SKA Andral. Good to see everybody. What article? I'll pull it up and I'll whip it out. Excuse me while I whip this out. Here we go. Oh, I was supposed to play a certain clip first. I knew it. Hold on, I'm pulling it out. I have so many things that I got ready. Oh, this Doty video I got to play. Huh. Hold on. Does anybody know where that song came from? Only people who were growing up late 70s, early 80s would know that, and that's 80% of you. All right, let me just, I have to go to my message center. I guess I didn't forward it to myself. I'm waiting for it. Everything's just, oh. Yeah. It was from The Guardian. And I'm pulling it out. Here it comes. I'm going to leave it in front so you could see me while I read it to you. Oh, all right, we'll just go into it now. I was going to show you shit from Mars, but we'll do that later. Here we go. And there it is. Hold on. I got to make... Yeah, there. Okay, you can see me. Let me blow it up. There we go. So this is the article. Oh, your sister's got Nike knuckles. There we go. Look at all the ads that you get on that stupid place. He quit heading the Pentagon's UFO office. Now a report of his has shaken up. Now, we know about the report. But this is what's interesting to me. And again, make what you want out of it. Sean Kirkpatrick's doesn't seem to be too thrilled chatting with me about UFOs since taking over the Pentagon's, Arrow in 2022. Government speak for UFO hunting. Kirkpatrick has received violent threats, social media smear campaigns, and even had to call the FBI after a UFO fanatic showed up at his home. I've had people threaten my wife and daughter and try to break into our online accounts, far more than I ever had, as Deputy Director of Intelligence, Kirkpatrick says. I didn't have China and Russia trying to get in on me as much as these people are. So, after 18 months in the job, he calls it quits last December. Then, last week, Arrow publishes the first part of a report he worked on that concluded there was no evidence that any USG investigation, academic-sponsored research, or official review panel has confirmed that any sighting of a UAP UFO represented extraterrestrial technology. Arrow's conclusions sent the world of ufology, the study of UFOs, the practitioners of which are known as ufologists, into a tailspin. Oh yeah, we went into a tailspin. Hey, don't blanket me. I didn't go into a tailspin. I'm not part of that group. And neither are Gruffonians for that matter, right? Now put a 1 in chat if you're mad. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to. After all, it was only in July last year that the former intelligence officer David Grusch told a packed congressional hearing that for decades the U.S. government has been hoarding crashed alien spaceships and attempting to reverse engineer them. True believers thought we were getting closer than ever to full disclosure. It was only a matter of time until the government would wheel out flying saucers onto the White House lawn. Well, not really. Kirkpatrick was watching that hearing over the course of 3 hours, and via testimony from 2 former U.S. Navy pilots, Fravor and Graves, Congress heard about unknown aircraft making impossible maneuvers or the government's possession of non-human biologics recovered from crashed spaceships. At one point, Representative Tim Burch had asked Grush if he had any personal knowledge of people being harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal ET technology. Grush replied, yeah. Burchett then asked Grush if he had heard of anyone being murdered. The former intelligence official answered, I directed people with that knowledge to the appropriate authorities. Grush also claimed that the men in black were on his case and were harassing other witnesses. Yes! Yes! Men in black. Love it. Gotta have men in black in that story. What would Grush be if he didn't have the men in black following his ass? Hey, didn't Elizondo use that one too? Oh no, he said he saw the movie, right? That was different. He's not a UFO guy, so really. Crucially, Grush said he hadn't seen the spaceships and biologics with his own eyes. Someone in the intelligence community told him this story. Who? Who do you think told him this story? You know who. You know who. Hey, naturally, Kirkpatrick tried to talk to Grush, but although Grush had dropped most of these bombshells months before on the News Nation interview, when asked to discuss it with the one man in the U.S. government who really needed to hear the yarn, he was a no-show. We tried to reach out to him 4 or 5 times to get him to come in, Kirkpatrick says, and as of the time that I left, he had refused to come on for a variety of reasons. Kirkpatrick, who has sharp features, a thin goatee, and speaks in a measured monotone that makes even this topic seem slightly boring, says the evidence suggests Grush's claims is conclusive. There's no evidence to support any of these allegations or any ET reverse engineering or human biologics or whatever you want to call it, he says. You see, this story crop up every couple of decades, and it's pretty much the same story. That's because they need funding. New president, new people, new cabinet, new office, new general, new defense. New. That's why you get different programs. Oh, that one is expired, or we can't do this anymore. Chop it off. No more funding. Now we got to steal the money, Johnson. Hey, how do we do it? Oh, you know that Grusch guy? Yeah. He's in on us. He's been reading. He's been watching. He's been taking notes. I think he's going to whistleblow on us. Nah, that guy's too much of a pussy. Yeah, you're right. Let's just do it anyway. Oh, so stupid. Well, a new age. You know, it happened December 16th, 2017. That was the change in ufology. After the New York Times reported that the Pentagon had created something called ATIP. This was supposedly a secret department investigating unidentified aerial phenomena, or UFOs. The Times piece also included 3 videos, the most compelling of which showed an object eerie similar to a flying saucer moving with no apparent means of propulsion. The story went viral, and UFOs went mainstream. Serious people were now taking little green men and their spaceships very seriously. Hey, Barack Obama? He told the Late Show with James Corden that things were happening in our skies that the U.S. government simply could not explain. However, not everything in the Times' story was accurate. Yes, the Pentagon did have a UFO program, but it was called ATIP, OSAP, and it had bizarre beginnings. This is where it gets good. Seated next to Grush in the congressional hearing was George Napster, a journalist who, in 2006, co-wrote a book called Hunt for the Skinwalker, a shape-shifting witch in Navajo culture. Knapp's book tells stories of vanishing cattle, invisible objects emitting magnetic fields, and flying orbs zooming around with eponymous Skinwalker Ranch, a large property in Utah. Zooming around the eponymous. I can't believe I said that right. The book has proved to be instrumental in modern ufology. It found its way to good old Jimmy Lakatsky, an intelligence officer in the Department of Defense who was blown away by it and contacted the aviation billionaire Robert Bigelow, the owner of Skinwalker Ranch at the time. Bigelow allowed Lakatsky to visit the ranch and then make up a story? No, and investigate one evening. Lakatsky claimed he was abducted? No. He claimed to see an apparition in the kitchen, as described in Knapp's book and Lakatsky's 2021 follow-up book, Skinwalkers at the Pentagon, as an unearthly technological device which took the form of a complex, semi-opaque, yellowish tubular structure. It gets better. Lakatsky. You know. Lakatsky and Bigelow took their findings to the late and gullible Harry Reid, the Nevada senator who also had a keen interest in UFOs. See, Bigelow was a longtime donor to Reid's campaigns and persuaded him that it was time to look into UFOs and related phenomena. There was one problem. A defense program focused on UFOs would not loosen any purse strings at the Pentagon. So, Lakatsky buried the true purpose of his research under an unremarkable acronym, OSAP, which promptly kicked off a search for poltergeists, ET, and the quote-unquote, the freakish hybrid of small dinosaur and large beaver, unquote. Hey, the Pentagon gave $22 million to OSAP in 2008, and OSAP gave the funds to none other than Bigelow and his company, Bigelow Aerospace, who used the money to chase UFOs and the paranormal at Skinwalker Ranch. A few years later, the Pentagon got wind of what was really happening, and OSAP was fully closed down by 2012. There's no evidence that OSAP found spaceships or aliens. But the myth had taken root, my friends. In Kirkpatrick's report, he says all the stories, the alien bodies, the crashed spaceships that Grush peddled in Congress, largely originate from the same group of individuals who have ties to OSAP, ATIP program, and worked with each other consistently in various UAP-related efforts. Isn't that amazing? That's what I said. That's what they did. TTSA was the all-star team of the UFO programs that have been deleted, gone, whatever. And they had the best of the best, supposedly. The best of the shiesty people who know how to write the narrative and sell it as a UFO phenomenon to cover up all the technology that the government and black budget projects are creating under our noses, behind our backs, underground. But these are the people that faked it all. They made it all up. It is such a friggin' unbelievable piece of shit. I mean, the whole thing sucks. The whole thing. Skinwalker Ranch is fake. It's not real. There may be things happening. So where's the evidence? You know, I'm tired of it. What's the other place? Black Frog Ranch or something? Supposedly, that's where the real shit's happening. It's just a rebirth of Skinwalker under a new name with a new way of creating the paranormal. That's all. Well, anyway, their beliefs, he says now, are as circular as their associations with one another. Some of that same core group of individuals had reached out to one of these industry partners and convinced them to take a look at a piece of material they claimed was part of a crashed UFO. Turns out it's not really a UFO. It's a piece of a missile case from an Air Force test. Brilliant. Geniuses. They are. These are people that are in our government. We think they know what they're doing. Well, not me, but you know what? It's like the first 10 years of your life you believe in that stuff, right? What about the leaked UFO videos like the one in the New York Times? Well, Kirkpatrick says there's not enough data to provide a definitive analysis of each one, but insists that, like all the stories that came across his desk, they have a mundane explanations that don't involve space aliens. The rotating object shaped like a flying saucer is probably glare from a distant heat source. The source could be any number of things. Even a weather balloon will give off that kind of glare if it's got enough shiny metal on it and the sun's just right. You can get that glare, he says. But evidence is not the point. Some will never be swayed. There's absolute true belief which would suggest it is more akin to a religion than an actual factual thing, he says. He's right. And those are the people that you're never going to convince, no matter what you put in front of them. I can lay out the pictures of the classified programs that they mistook, and they still wouldn't believe it. They would say, no, that was derived from alien technology. And what if the government does eventually get its hands on aliens and their flying saucers? It's not their job. Keep it secret, he says. It would immediately get turned over to NASA, and NASA would immediately disclose it to everybody. That's their job. Hey, that's a bullshit answer from Kirkpatrick. I don't like that at all. That's bullshit. That never happens. This article and its headline were amended on March 22nd last year. A previous version misquoted Sean Kirkpatrick as saying a UFO fanatic tried to break into his home instead a ufologist only showed up at his home. Continuing with the article, I hope you appreciate this article. Before you move on, I wanted to ask if you would consider supporting the Guardian's journalism. Oh, no, I'm not interested. With the potential of Trump, Musk, we avoid the traps, the threats around the world. That's it. All right, so that's it. That's it. So it ends this way. That's their job. So, according to Kirkpatrick, if the government does eventually get its hands on aliens and their flying saucers, it's not their job to keep it secret. It would immediately get turned over to NASA, probably, maybe not. And NASA would immediately disclose it to everybody. That's their job. No, you can't say that either. See, I don't like that. You know what that says to me? It says to me that Kirkpatrick, he's government. And I think he either was told or took it upon himself not to be more biased towards, well, showing that here's evidence leading to the government's lies. Here's evidence leading to transfer of money and funds that illegally, none of that. He said none of that was in the report. That's what these guys were hoping. All of them on that side of ufology were hoping that was going to happen. He didn't support Grush, didn't say he said there's nothing that confirms what Grush is saying. Now, I believe that. I believe there isn't any reports that he has showing a paper trail that there's any tomfoolery going on. But now, if I put myself as a gullible believer in wanting this to be true about aliens and UFOs and all that stuff, I would say it. If Kirkpatrick was playing ball the way they wanted him to, and not the way the government wanted him to, we've got two different things. We got people in government that want one thing, but the government that makes the final decision wants another. So I think Kirkpatrick's hands were tied if he didn't do it on his own and just say, look, there's nothing here, because there's nothing here showing what Grush said. It's not as simple as Grush makes it sound. Why do you think he has to go into a skiff? If it was easy, he would say it all out in public, right? It's not that easy. So obviously there's some tomfoolery going on here. Who is the foolery and who is the fool? Well, we'll be the fool if we believe anything that's coming out of anybody. The whole thing is all messed up. So that's why I believe with the next Arrow guy, what's his name? I can't remember. It's on the tip of my hat. It depends on what this guy's going to do, but it really doesn't matter. Arrow will never be trusted. As a matter of fact, even if they came out with another type of entity to look for UFOs, it would get the same bullshit. The same scrutiny. Man, I think those allergy pills are finally working. So where does that leave us with Kirkpatrick? Right where we left him. Right at the back door of the Pentagon. Time to move on. Just let it go. Look, he made the move. It's in the report. Let the next guy do it. Kirkpatrick did not want to be responsible for saying something he doesn't believe in, I think. And that probably goes against what he told everybody was going to happen. I don't know. It seemed like Corbell and all those people were so mad. It's almost as if they had a handshake deal with Kirkpatrick that all the stuff that was left out was supposed to be in the report. Something like that happened. There's no reason for Corbell to lose his cool the way he did. Which, by the way, I thought was bad. I thought that was a bad thing to call people names, right? I thought that they were against all that stuff. You have to give Corbell credit, though. He's okay with people playing, his show and everything else. He doesn't fight with anybody. He just lets it go. That's the smartest thing. That is the one thing that he does better than me. And that's ignore the hate. in public. I'm sure behind the scenes he's crazy about it. Yep. But he doesn't argue. He used to, like a couple times here and there. You'd see him out on Twitter, but he stopped it. I never see him on saying anything, going up against anybody, unless it's in a joking way. All right. So you got Grush. You got this guy. The answer, are they both telling the truth? The answer is a complex yes. It's also a no. How are we supposed to know what the truth is when we're lied to by people in government for 77 years? Now all of a sudden we're going to start trusting government employees? Even if they're ex-employees, they're always bound to the oath they swore and will always be an employee of the government. Hey, they're still getting their pensions when they retire. To me, you're an employee. You're still an employee if you're grabbing money. They still get the benefits. How are you not an employee if you're getting pension and benefits? How? How are you not an employee? I know. What other job does that? None. Only government jobs, right? Where they still give you benefits for free? I don't know of any other jobs. Only government jobs do that. Yeah. It's hard to get fired from the government, too, from what I hear. Anyway. Hey, Bob Birkins is here. What do you say? The two B's are better than one. Moody Bungo! Sputnik! Christopher V. A lot of people hanging out. Holy mackerel, we got a lot of people here for tonight on a Saturday. Thank you. I didn't expect it. Nice. Let's see where they're coming from. Holy 64 people on X and only 81 here. It says 145 viewers total. That's what Amy does in the morning. She gets like 200 in the morning total. That's so weird that, and you know what sucks about that? Even though the numbers are good, I don't get credit for the numbers that are not on YouTube. It's weird. It's nice to see, though. We have people on X taking a look. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I know you can't comment. That's the one thing I don't like. You can't comment live to the show from Twitter or X. You have to just make comments, like you normally would. So if you guys do that, that'll be awesome. I'd like to go there and check out what you guys are saying. All right. Now, who's next? So here we are. The next thing is what? Whistleblowers. That's what we're waiting for from the government. Right? That's what we're waiting for. I don't care anymore about whistleblowers. Nobody does. Is it cool? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But I want evidence to back up their claims. That's what we want. So when a whistleblower comes in, there's going to be like 40 of them, I'll be surprised if we ever see them. I'll be honest with you. The way the world is going, a lot of stuff can happen this year that could be very, very bad. Start of World War III. It's not a joke anymore, guys. It could seriously, seriously happen. If that happens, this is why UFOs isn't getting any attention lately. The world is starting to crumble. It really is. It really is. So I don't think we're going to have anything the rest of this year. If we do have anything, it'll be before September. Let's hope they do it. I don't know. It wouldn't matter, though. Soon as that happens, World War III, everything's over. Life as you know it will change forever. And those of us who were here at 9/11 as adults, there's going to be a lot of problems if that happens. Somebody's going to strike us. It's going to happen. Maybe, just maybe, the Tic Tacs will save us, right? Oh my God, I just realized it. I just had an epiphany. This is it. This is the year we're going to see the Tic Tacs, but not like we think. It's going to be our defense. So here's what I think what's going to happen if we do have the Tic Tacs, like Greer says we're delivering drugs in them at 40,000 miles an hour across the globe. Who's going to see a caravan of drugs and a Tic Tac at 40,000 miles an hour? Nobody. Yeah, we were shipping heroin around in Tic Tacs, guys, just so you know. So if we were using them for heroin, we better put bombs attached to those things and go take out a few missiles that are heading this way. Maybe that's why on both of the coasts, out where Bimini Road is and the Atlantic, you know, Atlantis, and then on the other side, you got the Miami base underwater, right? Just saying. So you got all this stuff going on both coasts. It's almost as if we told the world when Graves said they just sit out there and they watch us, see them on radar, sit out in the distance watching. And they can go 65 miles from one point to the next in a split second. David Fravor said, it's like they read my mind. Oh my God, they can read our minds. With that kind of intel, we can't lose. Because those Tic Tacs are probably ours if they're not China. Right? I bet you Germany, out of all this, they're the ones that are gonna sneak up and come out with those UFOs they've been hiding at the Antarctic. No, but I'm serious though. Now what's gonna happen is this: if somebody fires something at us, like an intercontinental ballistic missile, an ICBM, right? Intercontinental ballistic missile, right? China has them. They can shoot us from there, here, right? So, and it only takes a little bit. Took an hour to go around the globe. They missed their target by 20 miles or so. Not bad. If you want to aim it at the East Coast or the West Coast, you got a good chance of hitting something. And if we have the Tic Tacs, which we should, according to Greer, because, you know, he's in the know, we can't lose. So just rest assured, America, you heard it here at GoofOn. We're fine. We've got the Tic Tacs. They're going to protect us. Because if they are ours, they would. We would. We're not going to allow that to happen, are we? Are we going to allow an intercontinental ballistic nuclear missile to hit the coasts? You never know with our government. Look what happened 9/11 and Vietnam, Guantanamo Bay, World War II, World War I. Every war, 1, 2, Vietnam, those were all bullshit that we were in those. Especially the World War I one. I don't like that story at all. Should have never been in World War I. Have you seen the colorization of the World War II videos? Oh my God. So wild how those guys were freaking heroes. Those guys, those Marines, the Navy guys, and those kamikazes, forget about it. Oh. All right, let me show you something here. I was supposed to play this first. Where is this? Oh, here it is. All right. Let's just play this anyway. I don't know if I've heard this before, but I heard it today for the first time, so I guess I didn't hear it. But how did I miss this? I don't know. No big deal.
Say with confidence that the most unlikely sounding theories about UFOs are actually true. Yes, these things are real. They're not all weather balloons. They're not experimental aircraft from this or any other country. Whatever they are not of human origin, nor do they behave according to the laws of known physics. And yes, the US government currently has physical evidence that they exist. That means wreckage of the craft as well as the bodies of the beings that flew them. Amazingly, all of this is true. We know that from the detailed testimony, much of it under oath, from several high-level whistleblowers, including longtime intel officers Lou Elizondo and Dave Grusch, but there have been many, about 10 so far. So the question is, now that the UAP Disclosure Act has passed, when can the rest of us see the information that we paid for and in fact own?
Give me a break, Tucker. Give me a break. Oh, we paid for it. Yeah, we also paid for them to keep things a secret. I'm checking now. I'm sorry, I missed this. Hey, David Wilcox. No, I didn't. No P900 of the launch. And thank you for the $20 on PayPal. Appreciate that. Wow, that was the first super chat tonight. Thank you for supporting GoofOn, by the way. Appreciate you. Thanks, David. No, I blew it. I left the camera at home. And I don't know how I could have done that anyway. It would have been hard to go live with that in one hand and the other camera in the other. It's like I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. So I thought I was going to be close enough. I didn't realize how far away I was. I had no idea it was that. It was terrible. It was just awful. I'm so mad at myself because I've never done it. I've never been there. Yeah, thank you for supporting. And you know what's bad? My lighter just went out. And then I'm trying to light it, right? And then it lit. And then I went to go light again because I'm so used to it not lighting, and now it'll never light. I can't even smoke a fresh bowl while the video is playing. I'm like, oh, this is my time. Thanks again, David Wilcox, for supporting GoofOn. You're one of the few who do nowadays. Yeah, so I'm thinking about cutting the show from 2 hours to 1 hour a night because I'm not going to kill myself anymore. So I think we're going to start that soon. Yeah, 2 hours is too long. Maybe we'll do 90 minutes, hour and a half. But yeah, when you don't feel the love, it's kind of like, why do you want to keep putting out for nothing? Nobody cares. Nobody wants to support GoofOn, and I'm not going to support doing this much longer. I know that sounds like, oh, he's in it for the money. No, I'm not. I'm not. I did it for 16 years, didn't make a dime. YouTube monetizes. And then I relied on it. And now I'm screwed. So it's just really, it's my fault. I'm not blaming anybody. But I'm just saying, GoofOn used to pay the bills, which is weird. That's why we went full time. I'm like, you know what? If you guys are going to be that generous to me, we're going to go full time, do it every day, and I won't get a job. And that's what we did. And we did all those wonderful things with Third Phase of Moon and other people. And things have gotten a little bit slow because I was sick all year last year. But I appreciate the support. I do. Things change. That's all. That's all it is. That's why I'm starting the other project, because I know that'll blow up, and I'll get support on that from that community. That's for sure. This community doesn't like GoofOn. And that's okay. We'll keep doing shows. We'll just cut them in half. I can do an hour standing on my head. 2 hours? All right. So I was going to show you this from Mars. This Google thing. This is really good. It's from UFO Sightings Daily. And this has to be, but I don't know if this is what I think it is. He thinks this is some sort of structures. I'm not sure. I think these kind of formations show up in the water, show up underwater, right? Don't we see irrigation like this that naturally happens? I don't know, man. That is kind of interesting, though, when you look at it. It's unbelievable. See, without water being there for so long, it's like you don't know. NASA says that there hasn't been water on Mars for what, 2 billion years? 2 billion years? Hey, I hear you, Steven. I know you guys. Hey, people who are here, you guys get it. You get to the chopper. I thought of something funny today. I'll tell you in a minute. That's funny. So, I don't know if these are old structures on Mars, but it's one of the better things I've seen come from Mars as far as possible structures, yeah? So, not bad. Not bad at all. Funny thing about Get to the Chopper. So I'm writing new material because I want to go back out and do some comedy again. And I thought of a good bit. And I don't want to say it. I guess you never see comedians do Arnold Schwarzenegger singing or Sylvester Stallone singing. So I just said, I was coming up with like, can you imagine, Schwarzenegger around his house singing, I don't want to do it now, but, just, it was kind of funny. Sounded funny. Remember when he was in junior? And he was about to get lucky with the girl. He was about to lose his virginity. Remember Danny? No, not junior. Twins. And he was singing, take out the papers and the trash. Right? And then he goes, yak the yak, don't hold back. Exactly. All right. You never see those guys singing. How would Sylvester Stallone sound singing? I can't do the voice right now. Hey, you guys, come on. Hey, Ben. No. Ben sent $10 on PayPal, brother. Hey, thanks, man. He says he's listening. Did I see the drone videos? You and a couple other people have sent me videos that I don't have. When? I'll take a look, Ben. I'll take a look again. I didn't see any because I thought I caught up on all my emails. Let me know. I'll let you know. I'll look. And if you emailed it to goofonradio@gmail.com, I'll have it there. I'll check. Thank you for the $10. Appreciate that, man. Now we got almost 200 people. Yep. We got 92. I've never had that many people on X. I thought I was shadow banned on X. All right, let's move along. I got this video I want to show you. This is ridiculous. Here, I want you to watch this. I don't know why I put this is ridiculous with this video, but it has to do with UFOs and aliens. Let's take a look. Oh, aliens are affecting human culture. Are they living amongst us? Check this out.
a long time, and this is something that I do think has been, they've been around for a long time. They are affecting our culture, right?
What?
It's actually often thought that many of the religions that we think of as the most important have been part of this process. Now, if you've been around for a long time, and this is something that I do think has been, they've been around for a long time, they are affecting our culture, right? It's actually often thought that many of the religions that we think of as the most important have been part of this process.
Come on. How? Let me see if Ben, I don't see it, bro. I'm in there right now. Huh? What? 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 This is so strange. That is not true. I just read an email from somebody that opened up. Oh, Helen sent me some. Now, see, this is amazing to me. Check this out. Okay, look. Here's my emails. They go back to March 21st. And then I don't see anything until March 10th. So 11 days is missing. I get emails every day. Ben just sent me drone video here. Yeah, I saw that Mavic Air 2 one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen those, actually. But on my own. Ben, thank you. Yeah, I watch a lot of drone videos, brother. Yeah, I do. I still do. I love it. Oh, Randy. That's cool. Very cool. 200. Now we've got 200 live. Finally. We finally got 200. Thanks, Ben. Oh, David. No, I won't. I won't. I wasn't going to. Hey, Seymour Cannabis sent $5 on the PayPal. Oh, man. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for the support. Seriously, you have no idea. All right, so no, I won't do that. Very nice, Seymour Cannabis. A continuing supporter of GoofOn at that. Thank you, sir. So I have it. This says dumbest story ever. Let me see what this is. Oh, I don't know if I want to read that. We'll save that for later if I have time. All right. So playing all these videos and look, talking about Skinwalker Ranch, David Grush, Kirkpatrick, Lakatsky, all those people, you know, it's going to be the same thing. And I bet if some of you are here 5 years from now, we're going to have a whole new group of people. Elizondo won't be around. Grush won't be around. Corbell will still be around. I'd be surprised if he was still, I don't know, man. But Stars and Night Vision. Oh, thank you very much with $3.11. See? Thank you so much for that. That was very nice. Every little bit, man. Look, I understand. Times are tough. But thank you very much. I just feel awful. I have this love-hate with the way things are. I did it to myself, but you just, I don't know, man. Things changed. I'm going to play this clip right from here, right where I left it. Just because we were talking about it tonight.
$22 million of taxpayer money was spent on. In the new book, the same spooky things from the first book return. Werewolves, ghosts, Bigfoot, and of course, flying saucers. But this time, in the sequel, a new, sinister force arises. One of the most striking, jaw-dropping allegations they make about what happened at Skinwalker Ranch, this phenomena, is this malevolent, evil poltergeist that affects the health, affects people's health, their immune system, and attacks you. A poltergeist presence that follows people from the ranch to their homes in whatever state.
The hitchhiker.
The hitchhikers, they call them the hitchhiker, these hitchhiking poltergeists that follow you wherever you go and harm you. There's a story of a guy goes home from Skinwalker and it's attacking his son. It's affecting his wife. And they refer to it as an infectious agent. They refer to this poltergeist as like a pathogen, almost. And, right here, infectious agent model. And then they bring up COVID-19. This is from the book, just as the Wuhan Institute of Virology or the wet markets in China may have been the source of COVID-19, could Skinwalker Ranch be the source of an infectious agent?
Unbelievable. I don't know why that muted. Anyway, I just wanted to play that portion. See how they twist everything? Oh, we're going to say it's like an infectious disease because once you come to Skinwalker Ranch, you may get an attachment that we call a hitchhiker that'll follow you and make the rest of your life a living hell. That's how they're selling it. Unbelievable. No, really. They are just awful. Aliens are here, by the way. Did you know that? They are. Yeah. Everybody thinks so. Are they? You really think they are? I don't know. An oil rigger spotted UFOs hovering for 10 minutes, like above the deck. And then it took off in an instant on the Mexican coast where locals believe there's a submerged alien base. So, yeah. Yeah, a crew member of the vessel near Tampico snapped 2 images, one showing a saucer-shaped craft with glowing lights circling the base, and the other with a triangular design and 3 lights on the bottom. Let me show you this. Are we in? We're in. We're in. The witness said the UFO hovered for what seemed like 10 minutes and then it just zoomed off in an instant. Look at this. They believe there's an underwater base there, been protecting them from hurricanes for more than 50 years. That's the first photo. The images were captured October of last year, but now have been released online. DailyMail.com spoke with oil rigger Pat, who obtained the pictures and information of the sighting from a fellow colleague on another rig who was stationed in Tampico months before he arrived. My contact said the UAP showed up as they were putting oil rig legs on the seabed, said Pat. The rig, known as a jack-up, is a barge fitted with 3 long support legs that can be raised or lowered. One of the images shows a saucer-shaped craft hanging in the night sky and towering above the oil rig. A close look at the object shows at least 10 round lights circling the bottom, the only portion that is truly visible in the photo. While the oil riggers said the other UFO was triangular, the only clue about its design is how the 3 lights at its base are positioned. Wow. That looks fake. but it's probably real. No other parts of the craft can be seen as well. 3 dots. That looks so fake, but it isn't, apparently. The triangular craft wasn't an aurora craft. An ex-user, Covertress, told DailyMail.com that a member of the intelligence community told her that the triangular craft was the Aurora craft, rumored to have been deployed by the government in the mid-'80s. Give me a break! Shut off! Shut off. That did not happen. A disc-shaped, completely silent UFO was caught on camera by Ukrainian troops in the war-torn country in footage shared exclusively with DailyMail.com. The SR-91 Aurora, an ultra-top-secret aircraft that has been in development since '89, was believed to be the successor of the Mach 3.35 Lockheed Martin SR-71 Blackbird craft that was retired in '98. By comparison, extreme reports claim that the Aurora could reach Mach 11.8. However, there is no evidence the military plane was ever built or flown. There it is. There's the magic of popping fresh dough. That, my friends, that's weird. That is weird. Good story, man. An oil rigger. It's an oil rigger. It's an oil rigger. And I gotta play this. Hello, everybody. How many people here like Richard Doty? Me neither. I am not a fan of his at all. At all. Hey, 220 people. Madonna me. What are you guys doing tonight, huh? Check out this video. You're going to laugh, you're going to live, you're going to cry.
Alien, that live alien was named Eva.
Of course it was.
And he was transported to
Eva, like an extraterrestrial biological entity, N. Eva or Eva.
It was a male, was transported to Los Alamos, where he...
It had a girl's name. They gave it a girl's name, or Richard Doty said the name of this thing is Eva. EVA, I believe, right? But I thought he was saying Eben. But, of course, it has a woman's name. But you know what the funny thing about it is? The lie about this story. The main lie is that it's got a woman's name, but it's a male. Oh, well, it must be telling the truth. Gotta be telling the truth with that kind of, oh, no, it's not a woman, guys. It's not a woman. That's where you're wrong. It's a man. And
they also found a live alien. That live alien was named Eva, and he was transported to, it was a male, was transported to Los Alamos, where he lived out his
Same
life.
Thing. Like Eba McIntyre, right? Yeah.
He died in 1952. But during that time period that he was with us, he told us a plethora of information about what they have learned about the universe and what their technology is. Their technology is probably estimated to be about 50,000 years.
50,000 years. Shut off. You don't know how long it took them to get that. Oh, I hate Richard Doty. Dick Doty. Dick. Just an awful, awful, awful person. Everything about that guy's a lie. I don't trust him. Can't. Never will. I don't care. Never. Never happened. Oh, I meant to talk about this yesterday. This was one of the craziest videos I've seen in a long time. This actually, it really made me think really hard about where we are as far as a universe. I never thought of what this guy said. What I said is the reason they think it's a Big Bang and the reason why everything's speeding up, the further away everything's getting from the Big Bang center point, because we were sucked out through a black hole. That's what I think happened. I think we got sucked through a black hole and everything else within is like an enormous black hole. And then everything just got right? They think that was the Big Bang, but it was just a big suck and blow at the same time. It was the suck and blow. Well, here is something that it's very close to what I was thinking. And this isn't from me. This is from James Beecham. Isn't he an astrophysicist?
It's entirely possible that our observable universe right now exists on the interior of an enormous black hole. This is very weird, I admit. So what is a black hole actually doing? Think about what it does. We know that black holes eat things and grow. So we know that that event horizon is growing. If you were on the inside, this thing would be growing too. So this horizon, think about what it means to be inside of a black hole. You'd have this point of space, this region of space that you could never get to, and it's always receding from you, a horizon. If you look out into space, there is a horizon very, very far out away, beyond which we cannot see, but we know there's stuff there, but we can never possibly see, and no matter how quickly you travel, you'd never be able to get to it. That's remarkably similar to what you would experience on the inside of a black hole.
Oh! Can you imagine? Hey. Oh, the volume. That's weird. That is weird. So we're inside of a black hole. We're being sucked right now. Pretty similar to what I thought. Exactly. That's what I thought. But in a way it makes sense, but isn't it possible we just can't see because our telescopes can't get any further? We thought that, right? With Hubble. And then we get the James Webb telescope. And now we're realizing we can see further, twice as far. I don't think it'll ever end. At 500 million years, they say that the first galaxy was already there. It already formed stars, everything, at 500,000 years after the supposed Big Bang. They never thought that was possible, that there would be formed galaxies that early. Why? Why wouldn't they think that? Why can't they just imagine that it goes on forever? Right? If we had a way to travel all the way to that galaxy, I bet you if we aimed a camera still out into space, you would see that many more. It just never ends. It's continually, unless we are in a black hole. Then, doesn't matter. It is crazy how big the universe is. 230 people watching. Are you kidding me? 123 here, 107 on X. Thank you guys for hanging out. That's for my Canadian friends. Hanging out. We're hanging out. We're hanging out that goof on. I want you to listen to this. I don't know if what they're talking about here is about drones. General Gregory M. Gulliot, who took over as NORAD Northcom commander on February 5th this year, appeared before the U.S. Senate Armed Services Committee on March 14th. I've gone into the events at Joint Base Langley, Eustis, and I am using that as the centerpiece of my 90-day It stopped. Oh, my 90-day assessment to see where NORAD and NORTHCOM can and should do more, as this emerging unmanned craft capability outstrips the operational framework that we have to address it. So what they're talking about are things that are coming into our airspace that they cannot detect or haven't detected in the past. So now they're addressing that. And the question is, what are they really talking about here? Are they talking about drones? Are they talking about spy balloons? Are they talking about UFOs? All three, I bet. All of the above. Go.
Senator Kane, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thanks to our witnesses for your great service. General Guillot, I want to begin with you. My colleagues and I on this committee have recently discussed installation security with respect to drone threats at bases in the United States, recognizing that we're in an unclassified setting. What can you tell me about how NORTHCOM is addressing this issue, and with what partners are you working this challenge?
Senator, NORTHCOM, as part of my 90-day assessment, to tell the truth, the counter-UAS mission has dominated that so far in the first month. Of course, I knew it was an issue coming from another combatant command where we faced that threat in a very different way because of the environment, but I wasn't prepared for the number of incursions that I see. Gone into the events at Joint Base Langley, Eustis, and I'm using that as the centerpiece of my 90-day assessment to see where NORAD and NORTHCOM can and should do more as this emerging capability outstrips the operational framework that we have to address it.
And can you talk about other partners that you're working with? Because obviously there's sort of a law enforcement component of this. So who else is working with you on this problem set?
Yes, sir, absolutely. So primarily Department of Homeland Security and Department of Justice along the border have the primary responsibility. That's who I'm working with there. In the interior, it's the services that have the responsibility for defending their bases. So working with each individual service, and then also, again, Department of Homeland Security and Department of Energy for specific critical infrastructure locations. Those are the primary ones that I'm working with.
Thank you for that. Now a question for both of you about
Wow. It's hard to tell what they're really talking about, but sounds to me it's all of the above. I love this, man. Because they're talking about things right in front of us that, they really don't want us to hear them talking about, probably. So here's a guy, again, man dies and sees the future. I've been playing this pretty much for a couple of days this week. And then we had Will Carr on, and we missed a day, but I was playing this, and now it's not working. Here we go. Let's see. All right, here's where we left off. This is pretty cool, actually. I wanted to keep this going, but I think I forgot another day, too. Your mother's uncle. Go. Video got stuck again.
The craziness, all the confusion in the first they came out on the other side, but by this time I had no awareness of me. It was pure sensation. Awareness of me stopped about the time I saw my body tumbling over the car and started expanding. And I was in this blue infinite void that was unbelievably peaceful and beautiful. And it was infinite mind. And one of the many, many things I realized, and this is the most important one, infinite mind is completely unlimited. Nothing can constrain it, control it. It's all possibilities over all time and space, either manifested physically or not, but there's no limitation. And there's nothing that can pose a limitation on it. And it's completely unbiased. It has no bias. And either it existed, which it does, and everything exists, or it wouldn't have existed and nothing would exist.
See, what I like about these near-death experience stories is that they're all the same, but different. And I wonder why that is. Like, yeah, you know, I get it. People go down the corridors, or they have a cloud that forms, and it's a you know, circular, and you walk into this cloud, and there's all of a sudden you start seeing shadow images of people that you recognize, and they're getting closer. And sometimes people go to hell. Sometimes people see nothing. You know, I saw this when I was that's what I saw. I just saw the fog. But in the dream I had of dying. I don't know why people have different things, but I think it's what you believe in. Because not everybody dreams of going down a cloud tunnel. Let me say that again. When people die, they don't all go down the tunnel like that. Sometimes they hear a voice. Sometimes they're in a dark room for a minute. Sometimes they're in a brightly lit room for a minute. Sometimes, you know, they feel like they're floating in space, and other times it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And there's all these different situations that people are put in when they're dead. And I think that's because of us. I think it's what you believed in while you were alive. Maybe that's what forms when you die. What you thought. I don't know, man. Because if we all go to the same place, right? Shouldn't we be all going to the same place when we die? If the aliens, strike that. If the all-knowing, all-seeing entity that's out there, the universe, let's just call it as I like to call it, if it's out there and it made humans to build souls so the souls can go into our bodies and learn, get the information, and then when we die, we leave the capsule behind and the soul goes back to where we originated from. And we take all the information that we learned in this vessel and we give it to the all God, all universe, all seeing eye, right? That's what it's about. That's life. And then as soon as you're dead, as soon as you get back, they go, oh, hey, we got another, we want you to be a cat. I don't want to be a cat. Well, what do you want to be? I want to be Rich Giordano again. Sorry, there's only one of those. It's a very interesting way to look at how we're going to continue on after we're dead. You know, it's very, 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 it's a big mystery. I think it's just a little bit bigger than needing to know whether aliens are visiting or are out there. Bob, take it away.
Right. I mean, down to the metal. I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated, since everything operates without any interconnection, so the placement of components might be critical. So they allowed me to go inside and look at it. It's a very ominous feeling because it's, first of all, everything is one color. It's like a dark pewter color, and there are no right angles anywhere. It's as if somebody took a I've said this before, somebody took a model and fashioned it out of wax and then heated it just for a short time so everything melted. Everything looks like it's fused together. Everything has a radius of curvature where two items meet. It's a really weird looking thing.
He said it was like a Jello mold. That's what he said originally. See, he lies. Slob Lazar. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah, people come back from the dead all the time, man. All the time. Some people just don't remember everything. You're right about that, Christopher. It's a miracle we still exist. You know? That's right, Bug-Eyed. I'm spitting out truths. All day, all night. And that's Slob Lazar. And I think I have some... all right. Shit. I can't believe how fast this show went. Have you guys ever heard of the London Hammer? It was discovered in Texas in 1936. Well, the London Hammer was embedded in a lime rock concretion? That's what it says here. Originating from the Cretaceous rock formation 400 million years ago. The hammer is thought to be approximately 500 million years old. Are we completely ignorant to real history? Let me tell you something. This just confirms to me what I think is going on. I'm going to show you this hammer. That's what she said. What? I'm going to show you this hammer. That's what she said. Huh? Remember? This thing. How could that even be in the rock? 500 million years. They found it embedded in this rock. How could that? It shouldn't even exist. It shouldn't exist, but you know why it does? You know why? Because humans were here 500 million years ago doing what we're doing now. And it's a non-stop, continuing recreation of man on this planet. That's before the dinosaurs, guys. That's before the dinosaurs. You hear me? What do you think happened? What if I told you the next extinction level event could literally throw us into an ice age if they black out the sun, right? Because if there's a World War III and then we drop the bombs, you know the nuclear fallout, all that shit's real. We will be killed 6 times over. Nobody's going to survive probably. Somewhere in some parts of the world, maybe underground for a decade or two, but in the North or South Poles. However, we'll probably be put in darkness for a while. The planet will probably get another ice age. Who knows? I don't know. But if man doesn't survive it, dinosaurs might come back. You never know. You never. Maybe giant people will come back. We don't know. But if that hammer is real, which it is supposedly real, that means something happened 500 million years ago. That's weird. There's a lot of objects out there. We've done a show about these objects before. Actually, Third Phase of Moon, and we did an episode like that about some strange stuff. Yeah, it was good. It's on their other channel that me and Michael did. Anyway, what is that other channel? Third Phase UFO Report. Yeah, that's what it was. And we did a nice report on that. Third Phase did a good report. Let's see if they have a There is a new video. Is there? Hey, hold on. Videos. No new video. No. Yeah. But yeah, some of those old objects that are, let me go back here and find it. Not the one that Third Phase did was really good. It was a good episode. Yeah, let's see. That was 2 years ago, I believe. Here we go. 2 years ago. Hidden. No, that's not it. I know what the thumbnail looks like. Crash retrievals. What just happened? Here we go. Oh, I remember that. Oh, wow. Oh, right. Oh, these are good. These are some good episodes in here. Oh, wait. Oh, there I am. Oh, my God, I look dead. That was when I interviewed Shrat. God, that was 2 years ago. I look dead. I was dying. I'm looking for, it may have been 3 years ago. I'm almost there. That was a popular episode, too, that we did. And then me and Doc Skinner were going to go meet this guy who had one of these items. And he says he's been followed and he's felt scared that people were listening in to us talk to him. We were going to go down there and get the object and test it out at the university. And we were setting up to go out there and everything. And then the guy sends an email and says, you won't guess what happened. I dropped the thing off my roof because I was hiding from people. And I had the item in my hand, and it fell out of my hand and fell off the roof and landed on the ground, and it broke open. What a piece of crap liar. That guy just didn't either have it anymore, or he thought we were going to steal it and never come back. Found a way to get it insured, I think, and everything for the guy. So in transit, nothing happened. It was insured. Weird. It's like, why wouldn't he want to tell the story? And where is David Wilcock's flying machine, by the way? Where is it? It just forgets about it, makes that big announcement, and then nothing? That's the way he does it. That's what he's been doing. I'm still looking. Yeah, I don't feel so good all of a sudden. I got to eat. I have got to eat. That's not it. I think we're close. Shit. I keep saying that and I don't see it. I want to go faster, but all right, I'm going to go fast. If I don't find it. That was a good episode. I think I'm right there. I remember this. All right, I can't seem to find it fast enough. I know I'm around. Richie. All right, well, I'll find it for tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk about it in the members show, but we got to get going. I got to use the restroom. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate the support. And moderators, super chatters, thank you very much for helping out with Goof On. And the newcomers and veterans, making that chat room a little chattier and a little more fun to be here. We had 230-something people. Thank you very much for the people on X, formerly known as Twitter, for hanging out. Over 122 people over there. So thanks for hanging out. And we'll be back tomorrow, 3 o'clock for the members, and then Monday back at 7 o'clock. So we'll see you. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. And don't forget, we do it here every single night. Truthology. UFOlogy for ufology. For you. All right, that's it. Gotta go. Everybody take care. Enjoy the rest of the day. Alien bless.
Look at this thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over and why did it sound like treasured sites in Christianity?